Germany. On March the 18th is a special date because the Bundestag made a decision to eliminate the restrictions that used to exist for loans and multi-billion expenditures to arm the German armed forces. It essentially means that they transition to the forced militarization. Doesn't it remind you of anything? I think it does. The haste and lack of principles testify to the rampant anti-Russian policy of Germany. There's one more reason. It is an economic collapse. A total collapse of the policy of Germany in terms of the implementation of those aims that were put forward for many years to come in economy, finance, industry, trade, in production. Why? Because there's no resources. It used to exist before Berlin refused Russian energy resources on the behest of the US. Lack of resources does not let them work at the rate they can. But this collapse does not give them any opportunity but to go back to what was time-tested. But they forget what everything led to. It led to the collapse of the country. That happened many times, but to rewrite history is something that affects their understanding of the situation. There would be Chancellor Friedrich Merz during debate in Bundestag started an ungrounded rant about Russia ostensibly starting a war against Europe. But I would like to ask him, in what part of the Western Europe our country is fighting? We'll know that. He talked about the supposed Russian attacks on industry and energy facilities of the European countries. Did you complete the investigation in Berlin in terms of who exploded Northern Streams 1 and 2? But you did not. So stop making up things and talking about things that you have no idea about. But he went even further and called to prepare for confrontation with our country, I quote, in the nearest years and decades, end of quote. But Russia is not going to attack Germany. If Germany says such things, it means that Germany has such plans. So Berlin has to call a spade a spade. We cannot but remember a well-known idea that the German political elites strives for historic revenge, and once in a century they prevail over common sense and even life instincts. Hot brains in Berlin and other European capitals should be aware that Russia will respond in a timely and tough manner to any militarist aspirations to prevent threats against our security. But they have an opportunity to people in Germany to ask their government what kind of adventure they're trying to involve the European continent in. 100 years ago they were provoked, and they back then were indeed provoked to do so, and people know that. Probably they revisit their stance.